Hey, 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 where's the love? Where's the
I'm
love? I am your host. You looking for the love?
looking for it. Y'all think it round.
I am one of your hosts. I am Stephanie Hawken Hall. Welcome,
And
welcome, welcome.
I'm Adisa Karanja Malik, formerly known as Gene Williams. Nice to see you.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the show. We have a show for you. We have been talking about emotional unavailability and what that looks like. Um, Mark said the love is behind your window. He's
Which one? I need to catch it.
oh shoot. But y'all, you might be watching us on our YouTube channel, Where is the Love? Or you might be, the name of our show is Where is the Love? You might be watching us on our YouTube channel, Love Misunderstood Institute or Premier Fitness 0210. You can also watch us on Roku and Amazon Fire right now while we're airing the show. All you have to do is search POD space LIVE and then watch us live right now, only while we're airing the show. Otherwise, you can watch the replay on our YouTube channel or on Facebook on Love Misunderstood Institute or my personal channel. We're also airing right now on LinkedIn on Stephanie Hawken Hall LinkedIn page. So those are all the places you can watch us. The main thing to remember to watch the replay is Love Misunderstood Institute or Premier Fitness 0210. Please, you're welcome to comment while we're doing the show. We welcome comments. We welcome conversation. It's not just about us talking. It's about having conversations with people and helping people understand what we're talking about. So Gene is going to do an update, not an update. What is it called? To talk about what we talked about on our last show, episode
Right.
120.
Right. So again, as you said in episode 125, we talked about emotional unavailability. We talked about what it means, uh, how it looks in behavior, how you know you're experiencing it, how to know that you might be the one that is emotionally unavailable. We discussed why people become emotionally unavailable. We discussed the healing side of it all, and we gave you some steps to heal. Um, also gave you some internal clues, and so again, going back to you might be the one that's emotionally unavailable. So we gave you some self check questions to check with yourself in your own mirror time. I think mirror time is important. We talked about the inner experience. We discussed why people become emotionally unavailable with the childhood roots. Emotional being emotionally unavailable starts as a child with some trauma that you've experienced, which is the second point, past trauma. Also, it could be a learned behavior, and there are fear factors. And with that, the awareness or the emotional expression and connection practices. So if you want to know what those are, you need to go back to episode 125.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Um, Now we're getting ready to share some more with you about being emotionally unavailable. And this is episode 126.
Right.
Um, so healing relationships is where we're going to start. So choose safe people who communicate openly. Be patient with yourself. Emotional connection takes time. Learn to be okay with vulnerability. It's how trust grows. And then here's some inner work that you can do to know whether you are emotionally unavailable. Healing inner wounds through therapy, support groups, or self reflection. Reparent yourself. We talked about that on one of our shows, so we're not going to get into the depth of that, but you can go back to the other shows that we've been doing about emotional unavailability. So again, reparent yourself, learn to give the comfort you didn't receive. So whatever it was you wanted when you were a kid that you didn't get, to make you feel comfortable, or to help you feel, I'll say whole. Maybe that's not the word to use. Gina, if you can think of a better word, uh, please.
Seen.
Seen and heard. Thank you. So if you weren't seen and heard and you felt like you weren't, or you know that you weren't, go back and reparent yourself in that situation. In other words, give yourself what you needed then. And
Right.
so basically, you're making up for that. I can give myself that. I didn't get it, but I still need it. So I can give it to myself. And
Right.
sometimes that's the best gift, giving something to yourself that you needed. You want to add something else?
Yeah, for sure. So the reparenting yourself, that actually first came up in our discussions about inner child work, which was majorly important. Uh, you know, again, a lot of our wounds start from childhood.
Yeah.
From either what a parent, didn't give us intentionally, or didn't know how to give. We often have to go back to uh, our inner child and again reparent. Educate the child, and give that inner child the love that we desire and deserve.
Yep. That's good. Thank you. Um, did you want to add something else, or is that okay? So, build emotional literacy. Learn to recognize and express feelings clearly. Um, Sometimes we've learned to hold things in and to not express things. And as we get older, in order to heal, we need to release those things that we're holding on to, that does not, help things go well for us. So we have choices to make in absolutely everything that's happening in our lives. If we're not happy with it, we don't have to hold on to it. We can let it go. Once, and I
Right,
say this a lot, once we let that thing go, whatever it is, once we let that go, then our hands are open to receive something better. But as long
right,
as our hands are closed, we can't receive, because it can't, nothing can get in there. So
right,
that's just another way to look at it. So if whatever it is don't make you happy or don't make you feel good, then you have a choice. I don't want that, So what else is there? There's something better than this. Um,
right,
so you choose that one thing. Um, Choose to let that one thing go so many other things can come that's good for you. You want to add something?
right. Yeah, well, I mean, just kind of add on to what you just said. It's like, you know, you can't add something new to a full vessel. If you try to put something new into a full vessel, there'd be no space for it. So you have uh, to empty the vessel in order to create space for yourself um, to experience something new.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
yeah.
good. Did you want to say something else?
No, no, I had something in me just left my mind for a second.
Okay, if you remember it, then bring it back. So you want to give them the message?
Yeah. So the message is becoming emotionally available isn't about being perfect, whatever that is. It's about being present. Connection begins where fear ends. And I like to say this often. There's no such thing as perfection. We are always in the state of perfecting, which
Yep.
means there's a constant need for growth and expansion and evolution, personally and beyond. So ever thinking that you have to be perfect, you're setting yourself up for a lot of unnecessary pressure, and to be disappointed in yourself. So give yourself grace. We talk about that all the time. Give yourself grace, and just be consistent about being aware and being present in the moment and
Yeah.
honest with yourself. That's the biggest thing. Be honest with yourself about what you're truly feeling, um, and then from there you can grow.
Yeah. You can't grow if you don't if you're not honest with yourself, because you're not,
Right,
making yourself available to the new things.
right,
So you're
yeah,
too busy holding on to the old that we just
right.
talked about.
And the first step to healing, like they say in AA all the time, is the first step to healing is acknowledgement, acknowledging that there's an issue. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. So the message.
and when we build walls to protect ourselves, we also block love from reaching us. Emotional availability isn't about protection; it's about courage. The courage to feel, to connect, and to let yourself be seen.
That's good. So emotional unavailable, the hidden walls of the heart. The hidden forms of emotional unavailability. Not everybody shows it the same way. It can hide behind many personalities. It can hide behind the too busy person who's always working, always distracted, and they keep their schedules packed so they never have to feel deeply. If I stay busy enough, this is how they think. If I stay busy enough, I won't have to face my emotions.
Hmm.
So that is the too busy person. That's the person, one of the kinds of people that are emotionally unavailable. So you can do
Right.
the next, unless you want to add something.
Yeah, yeah. So and I'm gonna say this: being too busy to sit with yourself. I think we talked about this before. Sitting down every day and taking inventory of your day, your emotions, what you experience, factually and feeling wise, is another step to healing. But being too busy to sit down with yourself and be aware of what you actually feel is setting you up for destruction. If you don't face your fears, if you don't deal with your fears and they'll deal with you.
Mark is so silly. He put me and Gene are much too busy.
Yeah,
He said, but I always make time for myself.
yeah, yeah. All right, so number two is the charmer. Warm, funny, engaging, but everything stays on the surface. They make you feel connected, but you never are truly connected. They are mostly magnetic, but only for a moment. When you try to go past the surface, they tune out.
Yeah.
Number three is the fixer. Helps everyone else, but avoids opening up about their own pain. It's easy to fix others than to face my own feelings. And it's easy to always uh, react outwardly, as opposed to doing that deep dive within yourself. I can see what's wrong with this person, but you can never see yourself. We know people like that
Blame,
who see
blame, blame.
right.
It's
It's
them. It's
always
them.
this. Right, right, right. Exactly. Right. Well, let me heal you, but not understanding how even we had this connection. You know, I'm seeing you have this issue, and I'm aware of it, so there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. There's something in me that is bringing this up, and you are the reflection. You are the mirror.
Yep.
So,
Mark, did you see my message? Gene, you sound muffled. I'm trying to find out if you sound that way with Mark. I put my don't worry about it right now. I'm waiting for Mark to respond. Um, so the avoider is another person, and that person withdraws when emotions get intense. They disappear, ghost, or minimize, thinking if I pull away, I can't get hurt. And that's he said slightly, but he can make it out. Okay, I put my earbuds in so I could hear better. Um, but so there, that's another person. Do we sound all right to you, Gene?
yeah, y'all sound fine to me. Yeah.
Okay. Um, so um, and then you want to do the next one, or you want me to do that one and you start the next part?
Yeah, so number five is the rationalizing. Uses logic to explain everything, never emotion. They analyze feelings instead of experiencing them. They talk about emotions like a science project.
Ooh wee.
Like, no, well, no, there's a logical reason for this. And I mean, it is. It's the emotion.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, yeah. It's easy to, when you're analyzing from that standpoint, to be detached from the emotions because you're not sitting in that space with those emotions. It's like you're looking at them through a magnifying glass,
Yeah.
doing an experiment, and and so you still haven't experienced it, and you still have not allowed yourself to be vulnerable enough to experience it fully and get a true personal, experiential understanding of it. And that's where the problem lies because if something else comes up, which like in life that's inevitable, you don't know how to deal with it properly because you only experience it from a observer standpoint as opposed to a participant.
Yeah. Yeah. So one of the things um, that came up for me about talking about emotions like it's a science project is you're not facing your emotions. You're acting like what's going on is not on the inside of you, it's on the outside of you, and something that you can fix on the outside. But really,
Right.
things are happening internally, and what's happening internally, we see, on the
Right.
outside, you know.
Manifested outwardly, yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to add that. So the next part, if you would do that.
All right, so the next part is emotional unavailability. Yeah, yeah. Emotional unavailability versus emotional boundaries. My tongue got tied for a second there. Um, all right, so the healthy boundaries um, look like I need time to process what I'm feeling. I say that a lot. I need time to process. A person who is emotionally unavailable, geez, I don't want to talk about my feelings at all. And, you got to talk about it
Yeah.
or they'll eat you alive. It
Yep.
becomes like a cancer. And we see that physically with people all the time. You pack stuff down and it turns into a dis-ease,
Yeah.
you know. Um, so the second part is for healthy boundaries, I care about you, but I need space today. And then a person who is emotionally unavailable would say, I just don't do emotions. Now, we all do emotions. Just how well do we do them is the question.
So what I thought about when you read I care about you but I need space today, I was being silly with Chris one day.
Mm.
And I said, I need some space. And he looked at me and he said, then take your, I'm gonna say it nicely, take your
It sound
behind
like
in,
him.
take your behind in the other room. That's all
Right,
the
right,
space you gonna get.
right. At this point, right. You go to the other room, I stay in here, and when we come back together, we'll figure it out.
That's the first thought that came to mind when you read that.
Yeah,
um,
but
and I
that's
was just,
important as it pertains. Sorry, you go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's important as it pertains to relationships.
Yeah,
Um, Sometimes you can be in the same house and y'all not talking to each other right now, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing as long as y'all can come back together at some point and maturely talk about things
yeah,
that are bothering you or things that that at the time we were talking about it, I wasn't even a process. Now I've processed. Now we can talk about it in a way that's healthy. Because what happens when you try to force a person to talk about something they're not ready to talk about, it ends up either they completely withdraw or they lash out.
yep,
It's rarely anything in between.
yeah,
It's one extreme or the other. They shut down completely, or they like, rage out on you. Be like, wait a minute, player.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna take a walk. Ride the body something. I'm like,
And I don't want to body slam you. So the best thing is for me to go take a walk. So I'll be back. Peace,
right,
peace, peace.
right. Peace. Yeah, man.
When I come back, I'ma be in peace, and you better be in peace. Unless,
You know,
well, never mind.
you're gonna get left in peace. Metaphorically speaking.
I was gonna say that because I think about that sometimes, and I just laugh because I hear you saying it. All right, I want peace, so you gonna be left in pieces.
I told you I'm gonna get that tattooed across my forearm. Come in peace or leave in pieces.
It's your choice. You choose. Okay, so then the next one is
A
so
person
go ahead, you can do it.
so a person with healthy boundaries, they communicate openly about their needs. A person who is emotionally unavailable avoids or hides emotions entirely.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you could try to hide your emotions. Anyone who's aware and actually pays attention, they're gonna see that okay, this person is holding back. I mean, anyone who's aware of energy can pick stuff up like that. So a person who has healthy boundaries, they protect emotional energy without shutting others out. Um, Now, a person who is emotionally unavailable, they shut down to avoid emotional intimacy. And so the message here is boundaries protect connection. Emotional unavailability prevents connection.
Yeah.
So be aware of that.
And so there's the emotional cycle, and it's push pull dynamics. So when one person is emotionally unavailable, relationships often fall into a push pull pattern. And so one of the people, and we just talked about this, one of the people is the pursuer, um,
Mm-hmm.
and craves connection and keeps reaching out, and the other person is the distancer who feels overwhelmed and pulls away. And so
Oh
the
yeah.
more one reaches, the more the other retreats. And this creates anxiety, confusion, and exhaustion for both sides. The
Yes,
more I
Lord.
chase you, the faster you run. And we both end up tired and lonely. So, what good is that doing if that's, what you're doing? You want to add something to that?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. So, have you ever listeners, think about it. Have you ever found yourself chasing somebody emotionally, trying to get them to care the way you do? People don't feel the way we do. Um, Most times, when it's a relationship and there's something happening, chances are you feel differently. You don't feel the same as the other person. And so, we just share some examples without going into any more detail. We just share some examples of healthy boundaries and unhealthy boundaries and how we respond to somebody basically trying to make us do something we don't want to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and the response that you get might not be the response you want. But if you are trying to pull something out of me and make me do something you want me to do, then it's not going to be good for you. So, like
Right.
Gene said, either you're going to lash out or you're going to pull away. So we just have to learn how to accept where the other person is and how they're responding at the moment. If they're retracting and saying not now, then let them be. Don't try to force people to do
Right.
something that they are telling you they don't want to do. So we have to just take a chill pill. If we're the pursuer, we have to just take a chill pill and say, okay, I'm gonna give them their space. That way you get what you want when that person is ready, because then they're
Mm-hmm.
ready to communicate. The conversation is going to be more at ease instead of attacking each other. Even if
Right.
the person says something that you may not like or that's hurtful, then you're not going back and forth because, okay, now you hurt me, so I'm going to say or do this to you. And so
Yeah.
now you're arguing back and forth, and Sometimes it can become physical, but then I mean, if it doesn't become physical, then you're saying things that you really shouldn't say, and you can't. Once the words escape your lips, that's a done deal. You can't bring that back. So that's why it's better to be quiet. Cállate la boca.
You
Shut it
know?
down. Close your mouth until you can respond. Until you can respond in a way that's going to be helpful, healthy, and loving and kind.
Yeah,
Um, and that's just the way it is. It's like
right.
that, and that's the way it is.
Right.
It's like that, and that's the way
And that's the
it is.
way it is. Hell.
Boom.
But no, so going back to what you said, though, I think that's really important, and it needs to be like pushed in a little bit deeper. We have to accept that everyone processes things differently,
Yes, absolutely.
um, and you have to honor that if you want a healthy relationship with that person. Um, so with that, again, and like you can also learn over time with like that person becoming comfortable with you because you allow them that space to process as they need to, then over time, the dynamics may change. They may be in the moment and be like, you know what, this is what I'm feeling right now. I don't know how to go deeper into it, but this is what I'm feeling right now, and I need to process further. So at least you know what's going on. But
Yeah,
sometimes, for me, early on, like if I'm going to do something, I don't know how to explain it, and until I do, I don't really want to talk about it right now. Let me process. And once I process, I can come back to you and talk to you in a calm, collected, way. But
yeah,
when a person starts to force your hand, it creates emotional tension, and that's how it becomes like this. You're going at each other, and that's never healthy.
yeah,
So, you know, I think the thing with the pursuer is like they care so much and they crave the connection, and it's like now I feel disconnected from you. What can I do to bring that connection back? Trust that the connection is still there if the person truly cares. And even you showing concern lets them know, okay, they care, but I still need to process the way I process it. My way
yeah,
ain't your way ain't mine, you know. So in order for us to grow together, you gotta accept that. Like you said, acceptance is a big thing. That word is often overlooked, I would
yeah.
say.
Or not accepted, unacceptable
Right.
to some people, to another person that is trying to pursue and make something happen their way.
Yep.
So Mark said a couple things here. He said, "Me and you, I don't know what we were doing then, but we was playing tug of war on something."
Right.
And then he said so they are going to be like a cornered cake and they will lash out. So yeah, that's the person that ain't ready to talk and we trying to force him to talk. And then he
Right.
also said, I keep that key in my back pocket.
Yeah. Well, just in case. Oh, it's time to talk. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay. So what was going on is,
Yep. So then the next part,
um,
the emotional cost of being with someone
okay.
unavailable.
Gotcha. All right. So the emotional cost of being with someone who is emotionally unavailable for the partner is constant self doubt. Is it me? The emotional burnout. I think that's what I was going to say earlier. Yeah. Okay. So loss of self esteem and feeling like you're not enough. So I remember very well we talked about the cat and mouse game. I can't stand that. Um, you're constantly chasing this person. And this is similar but different. Because this
It's
person,
Jack eating something. Or is that
He's chewing on his leg or foot or something. I don't know.
sorry? So this person, I'm sorry, I can just hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, bro, if you don't chill out over there, oh, itchy foot at it. Never mind. But this person would weaponize that. It's the love bombing. You know, you're available when you see me become distant. But then as soon as I'm back on your trail,
Then you like, never mind.
yeah, you know what now? And it's that back and forth, that yo-yo game.
Yeah.
Man, that is
That's
emotionally, yeah, it's emotionally
it's very
exhausting.
hurtful.
Yeah, right. Especially when you realize that the person is doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like that's deeply hurtful because it's like now, and I've been dealing with this, with the situation I'm talking about, thinking like, did this person ever really love me,
Yeah.
or was it like a ploy the entire time to control
Yeah.
and manipulate?
Yeah.
Um, and the jacked up thing is, I'll never know. I'll never know.
Yeah.
I mean, I could speculate and I could presume, but the only way I could ever like know is if I could like literally pick that person's brain apart. You know what I mean? And tune in, and that'll never happen. So
Yeah. And it ain't
it,
worth
it,
it anyway.
nah, it ain't at all, at
That's
all.
a
But
waste of
you
your
have those
time.
times, yeah, right, and energy. But you know how you think about stuff like that. Like sometimes you wonder, especially with what happened after that relationship ended,
Yeah.
and how this person continues to weaponize emotions.
Yeah.
Mine, hers, and those of others involved in the situation.
Right.
So it always makes me think like, did this person ever really have any true love for me, or was it all a ploy?
Yeah.
All a means of controlling and manipulating, as
So
opposed
Mark
to a deep desire.
Mark said a couple things, but wanted to say when it comes to, whether that person, really loved you or not. Um, and I know you already know this, but I'm just saying it for the people
Mm.
out there that's listening.
Out there,
Yeah, it's not worth going back and spending that time, that headspace on
yeah,
whether that person really cared about you or really loved you. You know, you know, that what you have learned is that you have to love yourself. And so
right,
you didn't love yourself enough. And so you depended on that love for that
right,
person. And they didn't give you the love that you needed or the love that you felt you needed at the time. But then
right,
they might not have known how. But then if they are a narcissistic person, they don't care, you know. So
right,
the best thing, like, where's the love? I gotta love me. It's on the
yeah,
inside of me. So everything I need is on the inside. That was part of my speech yesterday. So
yeah, yeah.
everything I need, I was with AYPN yesterday. So
Awesome.
so my everything that I need is on the inside of me. So I need love. I needed love. I didn't know how to love me then, but now I've learned and I'm learning how to
Yeah,
love me. And then so when I love me, then that love goes outside to other people. But I
right,
can't give it if I don't have it.
yeah,
So what Mark
yeah.
said is go ahead.
Can I? I
And
want, I want to speak to that real quick. So what you said is exactly true, and there is a spiritual or a cult edict that says very clearly, as above, so below, as within, so without. If you love yourself, then that love automatically manifests outward,
exude. Yep.
right? As some, connecting you to those who truly love you the way you love yourself. But like you said, if you don't love yourself, you pull in relationships and connections with people who don't love you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So everything that we do is about self knowledge, self realization, self growth. And I said
Yeah.
that 3 times: self, self, self. It's all about you. You can't give love if you don't have it. You
Yep.
know, you can't receive love if you don't already have it within you.
Yep.
You can only receive what you already have within.
Yep. So what that made me think about is how you're expecting something from somebody. Like one of the big things, and this still might be a thing up to date, but one of the big things from the past is how people would say, um, I just forgot my train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we have to love, we've already said we have to love ourselves first. Oh, um, dang it. Okay. We have to, because I can't remember, we have to love ourselves and then we can get that love. Oh, do you love me? Well, what do you want from me? And then your answer is I don't know, you know, or how do I love you? And then your response, somebody say, how do I love you? And you say, I don't know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't even know what you're looking for. You
Mm-hmm.
want something that you don't even know what you're looking for. That's what I was
Right.
kept forgetting. So that used to be a big thing, when I was younger. Um, I want to be loved. Well, how do you want me to love you? What do you want? Well, I don't know.
Right.
I don't even know what that looks like. So you asking for something that you have no idea what it looks like. You can't tell me what you want. You can't explain it to me. So I'm supposed to just try to figure it out. Where's the
Right.
love? Love Misunderstood Institute.
Hey. 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 It's all we hear. It's all we hear, man.
So what Mark said is, I don't know what we were talking about then, but he said mint cornered cat. Oh, he said so they are going to be like a cornered cat and they
Mm-hmm.
will lash out. So
Right.
sorry, Mark, that I didn't catch that the first time. So and then he also said Gene does not need to be Frankenstein. And then
That's a good movie.
he said plus the brain might be scary. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
picking the brain is what we were talking about then.
Right.
And
Right.
then yeah, it could be scary because well, anyway, I'm gonna be nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna be nice ish, but when you go into a crazy person's brain, you might see some monsters in there that you don't that might ride you on out, and you don't
Yep,
need that.
yep. So true, so true. So for the emotionally unavailable person, you want to go with that?
Yeah. Yeah. So for the emotionally unavailable person, there's a sense of deep loneliness. There's also a guilt for not being able to love fully. There's a difficulty maintaining, what is that? Maintaining lasting relationships.
So they can't.
Stop laughing at me.
They have a difficult time maintaining relationships, lasting
Right,
relationships. So their relationships don't last. So they in and out of relationships because they
right.
ain't got they what you say ish
They
together.
it together. They ain't got their it together. Yeah. Uh, so in situations like that, that's what, and I think we talked about it last show, but like the player, the person who hops from relationship to relationship, when things start to get deep, they're gone. They can't maintain emotional depth because they don't have those skills. They don't have those tools. There's also the person who's, you know, just distant from everything and everyone. Same issue. Two uh, opposite sides of the same polarity. Um, and then often there's a feeling misunderstood or unworthy of love. We've all been there.
Yeah,
uh, so, in the message here, emotional unavailability doesn't just break relationships; it breaks connections with yourself, and that's
yeah,
the big thing. Like again, and it just further goes to substantiate what we said earlier. Um, Being emotionally unavailable with other people means you're emotionally unavailable with yourself. It's a
Right.
reflection of you.
Yeah.
That's a myth.
And when you get that, oh my goodness, why does
Right,
this person keep doing this or saying this
right,
to me? You know, there's a meaning behind it. So the thing
hmm
is what, how is this? Okay, this is a reflection of me. What's happening on the outside is really happening on the inside of me. So what's going on?
yep.
Um, Trouble on the inside. What's going on?
Hey, hey,
That's
right.
that's
Need
my
to flash
book,
the book.
y'all. That's my
Need
first
to
book.
bust on their forehead. Pop.
I don't even
That's how
have it
you
right by me.
gotta do. Go cop this on Amazon.
But that book that I'm talking about, Trouble on the Inside, what's going on, is because of exactly what we just said. What's going on the inside of you or on the outside that you physically see is really what's going on the inside spiritually, because we're on the
Mhm.
inside of these bodies are our spirits. And
Right,
so things are really happening to our spirit. So then what do we do? How do we address that? How do we how do we respond to that? You know, do
right.
we just, you know, shrug it off like it's nothing, or do we, do a deep dive? Hey, what's really going on here? My soul, my
Exactly.
spirit, not my soul, but
Right.
my spirit is really troubled. My spirit is not at rest. So what's
hmm
going on? How do I, get my spirit at rest? And then you said this earlier, hallelujah. I'm sorry, I'm at church. I'm just, I'm just you so doggone silly. But so what's going on the inside of you? Once that settles and you have peace on the inside of you, then you will see that it will manifest. Gene said it. It'll manifest on the outside. So then
right,
that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm experiencing.
right.
I'm gonna have to preach one day. Uh
Hey, preach, preacher. Come on now.
Pastor
Preach
said
on this bishop.
Pastor said in 2000 in 2026 everybody in the room gonna preach and he just gonna call on you.
Uh-oh.
So
Uh-oh.
he said, so be ready. So you might go to church today and he's okay, come on.
Hey.
That's how he did me at the conference too.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's amazing just to think about Mark. Mark said he said a couple of things. He said most players can't even spell player, uh, and have
Right.
no real skills other than torturing people.
I mean, the real talk though.
Yeah. And then he said, raise the roof. Stephanie about to run around the church.
Some butt jumping in there. Oh,
Look,
right.
I listen, I did feel the spirit when I was like, okay, wait a minute, I'm doing a show. I'm not at church. Okay, calm down.
I mean, you let the spirit loose within you.
But I mean, it amazes me how much that book, is talking about things that we're talking about, and that was a couple years ago, and so I
hmm
didn't really fully understand it like I do. I mean, as time goes on, it becomes more and more clear, and I understand it more. So
Yeah.
anyway, uh, did you want to add something to that? I just
Yeah,
got
yeah, I was actually
excited.
yeah, I was gonna add a couple things. So first off, going off of what you just said, it's amazing how we learn something early on. You put out a whole book about it, and now life is coming full circle, and you
Yep.
see deeper levels of
Yes.
what you learned then.
Yep.
Now
Yep.
they say hindsight is 2020, and
Yep.
the more you go with your journey of unfolding yourself, the deeper you'll understand those things even more so. So
Yeah.
say 5 years down the line, you'll have a greater expansion of knowledge about things that we've been talking about for 10, 15 years.
Yep. Yep. And that's
And
amazing how that happens. But when that clarity comes, it's like, oh, or the understanding of
mhm,
that wisdom comes, and it's like, oh, now I get that, or oh, now I see, I saw that that way then, but now I
mhm,
see it in another way. So it's like
right,
a elevated way, or
right,
I'll just say in an elevated way. So it just brings, more clarity is brought to it because you have actually lived some things, and it's like, oh, now I see, or now, like I
mhm,
said, I see it in a different way. But it's just amazing to me how things like that happens, and how when clarity comes, uh how how amazing it can be.
mhm,
Never thought of
yep,
it like that. Or I never, oh, I didn't understand that like that, even though I said or did blah
right,
blah blah. I didn't understand it then like I do now.
right,
So, and that's
yep.
kind of the same thing. Did you want to add something?
Yeah, and the second thing was like you have to be comfortable dissecting yourself, your actions, your thoughts, your feelings. You and I had a conversation right before one of the shows, actually. Like, there was a misunderstanding as it pertained to like the connection or something like that. And then we had a conversation after. And you was like, "Why did I get triggered like that?" You know,
Oh
and that's
yeah,
important. That's important to be able to be like, "Oh, okay, dang, I was triggered. I was triggered by that. What does that stem from?"
yeah,
And it's like you had to take a trip back through your life.
yep,
And it's like, and once you saw it, it's like, oh, it's that feeling of abandonment, or
yep,
whatever from a childhood, childhood
yep,
trauma.
yep,
And that's the thing. We have to be comfortable unpacking our it,
yep,
dissecting why why we do what we do.
yep,
That's important. To take
yep.
that time to deep dive into yourself. Because you can look outwardly all day long and you'll never get it.
Right.
You got to be able to look into that mirror and deal with yourself and truth. Take inventory of who you are, what you've been through, and why you're acting like this. Because I mean, triggers are supposed to trigger you. They're supposed to
Yep.
also trigger the possibility for healing.
Yeah.
So,
And so you can point the finger all day long, like I said earlier. The reason, right? And so one finger's pointing out, and four is pointing at you. So it's not about them; it's about, or that thing. It's about what's happening on the inside of me. Something, it triggered. Uh, what's the word? Not an emotion. Well, it did trigger an emotion in me that wasn't a comfortable emotion. That,
mm-hmm,
it was an uncomfortable emotion to let me know, hey, something ain't right. Something
mm-hmm,
happened. You need to look at something on the inside of you. You need to do a deep dive of what's
mm-hmm.
really happening. Go ahead.
So it goes back to another topic we talked about. It's amazing how, we talked about in the child work, but shadow work. So in that situation, it took the light of your consciousness for you to shine your light into it and see why that triggered you that way,
Yeah.
you know? And once you were able to shine light on that thing, you were able to, what's the word? To bring that back into your, I can't think of the word right now for whatever reason. I mean, one of the words is transmutate. So you take it from one form and you change it into something that's useful. Because before it was harmful. And now you put your awareness on it and now you're able to, it almost came to me. Well, yeah, you're able to transmute that into something positive as opposed to something that's destructive. That's how it showed up before.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. So, the science behind it, emotional regulation. Emotionally unavailable people often have underdeveloped skills in emotional regulation, which is managing their own emotions without shutting down. Attachment theory. Many emotionally unavailable people have avoidant attachment, which is fear of dependence and vulnerability, or they might have anxious attachment in partners, which craves reassurance and closeness. This combo often finds each other and creates emotional imbalance. And so you want to
Hmm.
read the add something and then read the brain connection.
So I'm going to read the brain connection first, and then I'm going to go back to my point,
Okay.
the one I'm thinking about. So childhood neglect can shape brain wiring, producing comfort with empathy, vulnerability, and connection. But neuroplasticity means you can rewire that with awareness and safe relationships. And the message here is your brain can learn emotional safety no matter how old you are.
Amen.
Right. Yeah, you can teach an old dog new tricks because
Right. And
you
they can
know,
learn.
there we go. Right, exactly. Especially if you take that conscious effort. But so going back to what I was going to say is as it pertains to uh, the brain being wired a certain way. When you're dealing with certain things like childhood trauma and not getting certain lessons, or even the person with narcissistic personality disorder, we talked about the amygdala before. And the amygdala is what controls emotional regulation. And in people who have narcissistic personality disorder or borderline personality disorder, or even just haven't had the skills and the tools given to them, they could have a underdeveloped amygdala,
Yeah.
um, which is why it's difficult, not impossible. It disturbs me at times when people say that a person with certain issues can't learn things. If there's a
Yeah.
true desire to learn something, you can learn it.
Right.
At least that's what I stand on. I mean,
Yeah.
but everything is a choice.
Yep.
You can choose to say, if you can be in a boat, they got a hole in the bottom, and as you go deeper out into the sea, it's going to get more water.
Yep.
So maybe once you realize that that's a fact of the matter, then you need to plug that hole and then scoop the water out, and then you can sail further. But
Yeah.
it's a choice. Either you're going to continue to sail out in the water with that hole in the boat and drown,
Yep.
or you can stop somewhere, plug that hole, get the water that's in there out, which is you dealing with your emotions and dealing with the consequences of your actions, and then do something different.
And what?
And do something different.
Oh,
Shameless song
that
plug.
that must that must be the new song.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send it to you. Actually, it's not mixed down and mastered yet, but I'm gonna send a rough mix of it to you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Hey,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
word up.
You better get your funk shoes on.
Huh?
You better get your funk shoes on. You're gonna be up here like this. Come on now.
All right. So, you're at your brain, or did you do
Yeah,
that?
I already read that. Yeah, I did that
Okay.
already.
So you want to do this next part, or you want me to?
You go ahead.
Okay. Healing and reconnection. The journey back to emotional availability. This is the heart of the message. Transformation. I love transformation. I love it.
Right,
um, Especially when it's from a negative thing to a positive thing. I
right.
absolutely love it. People want to know, can I fix this? Can we change? Yes, but it takes emotional courage. So, step
Mm-hmm,
number one is awareness. Notice the patterns, not to shame yourself, but to understand your protection. What
mm-hmm.
am I, ask yourself, what am I protecting myself from?
Yep.
And then step number two, learn to name emotions. We keep saying this, we've been saying this. Start small. Instead of saying I'm fine and lying, say, try saying I'm frustrated, I'm nervous, or I feel, I learned from Gene, I
Hey.
feel frustrated. I'm listening, I be listening. I feel nervous or I feel hurt. And so you're naming that emotion. You're talking about how you feel. but you're not saying I am this, because when you say I am this, then that's what you remain.
Right,
So,
right. Yep.
um, so name feelings builds emotional vocabulary, the first step toward connection. So you do the next part. So I won't be doing all of it. If you want to add
And
something, go
step
ahead.
and step three is create safety. You can't open up if you don't feel safe. So choose people who are patient,
Oh
kind,
yes,
yeah, right? 'Cause, you know, it's growth. It's growth,
yes,
and it's not gonna be pretty all the time.
right.
Actually, most of the time, it's gonna be ugly.
Yep.
But if you got somebody who can be there with you and allow you the space to be vulnerable and not take it personal, you're safe. You're in a safe
Yeah.
environment. Um, and step four is practice vulnerability.
I don't
Share
think you
small.
said all of this other one. Choose people who. Did you finish that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. I'm
You know, choose
sorry.
people who are patient, kind, and emotionally grounded.
Okay.
Step four is practice vulnerability. Share small truths, like for instance, that hurt my feelings, or I'm scared to talk about this. Each small share builds trust with yourself and others. Step five is reconnect with your own emotions. Listen to your own needs and feelings. Journaling, therapy, prayer, meditation, anything that lets you sit with your heart again. Um, you can't give emotional connection if you've never felt emotionally safe yourself. Uh,
Oh, I think we
and
can finish this. Go ahead.
mhm. What healthy emotional availability looks like. Once someone heals, it shows up as consistent emotional presence, comfort with both giving and receiving love, openness to emotional conversations, accountability. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Empathy, feeling what others feel without fear. And the message here is emotional availability is when your heart says, I'm safe here. I can stay.
Yep.
And so the reflection of all of this is love can't grow behind walls. Healing doesn't start when you find someone else. It starts when you decide to open up your own heart.
Yes. And so I want to add, to close the show, there's, I want to say, nothing like feeling safe. Uh, Feeling safe in a conversation, feeling safe in a relationship. I can say what I want to say, um, while I can express my feelings and not be judged and not be condemned. So I feel like this is a safe place, um, where I can do that. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's so important for people to feel that, in order for them to truly and genuinely express themselves. You want to sum up the show because it's time to.
Time to go. So on top of what you just said, yes, again, it's kind of repeating what we said before. Finding emotional safety in others is great, but you have to find it within yourself first.
Yep.
You may have to kiss a few frogs, but
Yep.
you need to be able to express yourself clearly and confidently, even in situations where it's not welcome. Hey, that hurt my feelings. I didn't like what you said. I didn't like how you acted towards me, or whatever be the case. Um, give yourself the courage to be vulnerable enough to speak your mind clearly, concisely, empathetically, and understand that everyone outside of you is not going to be accepting of
Right.
that. But still give yourself the power to emotionally be safe within you.
Yep. So that's our time, y'all. We will be here next Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Take care. And we hope that this information has been helpful. Take care. Peace. Sending you peace and love. Until next time, take care.
Well,